Hey guys, welcome to Power Toys. This is my 1957 Chevy 210. I'm 22 years old, and this is my first car that is a classic that I've tried to somewhat restore. And in this video, I want to talk about those of you who are entering the automotive space and you're trying to do something like this and you're running into the pitfalls of the automotive industry. So to start off, expectations. If you buy a car that looks something like this or even worse, I recommend you don't go into it trying to restore it and make it beautiful. It's going to end up rotting in the garage and you're never going to get to where you think it needs to go, and that's going to keep tarnishing your ambition and your motivation to get that project done. The second thing is ignore the aftermarket parts industry. There are so many goons out there that try to convince you that you need the electronic fuel injection, or you need the disc brakes, or you need the new wheels and tires, or you need the velour seats, or you need the steering wheel cover, or the little mirror that has the backup camera. No. This car, 4 drum brakes, has the original inline 6. All I did was put a dual master pod on, and I enjoy the car. Went through the cooling system, went through the carb, put it back together, and it's perfectly fine. No electronic fans, no disc brakes. It is a simple automobile, and it has made me very happy, and it has taught me more than I can explain in this short video. Stay away from the salesman. I don't care if it's Roadkill or some person on YouTube. They're getting paid to tell you you need it. You put those electronic fuel injection aftermarket little snipers or whatever they are onto a motor. It's only a matter of time before they go. You tune that carburetor, not only are you going to get a world's amount of knowledge on how to work on something, you're also going to have a more reliable system that is going to last 70 years with a little bit of parts changing out, but for the most part, and you get one of those EFIs, you're looking at a year or two and it's gonna go. It's just a matter of time. Another thing is you need to have fun. I wouldn't have gotten to the point that this car is at now. Granted, that's not very much. If I didn't have fun with it. As soon as I got this thing running, it barely had brakes, and I was on a milk crate, no floors, riding around the block, banging it through the 3 on the tree, enjoying it. One of the first things I did with this car is I went and put a dual exhaust through the bumper. Now you might say, that's tacky, it looks horrible. I'm 22, and I'm stupid, and I like to do stuff like that. And that's okay. It was something that gave me motivation to keep going, because I thought it was neat. I came in and I painted these little turbines gold, and I painted the crest on the back gold. And that's stuff that made me happy and helped with my vision of the car, and it kept me moving. If you don't do those kind of things, like you try to look at a big shop and how they do it, you're not going to have the motivation, at least I wouldn't have had the motivation to keep going on the project, keep spending money, rationalizing spending money to repair the things that really did need repaired, like putting new wheel cylinders in, new brake shoes. I had to put a new parking brake cables in assembly in, new speedometer cable, all kinds of stuff, little trinkets, odds and ends, and that's what really adds up on any project. And you can have the money for that if you don't spend it on bullshit parts that are supposed to make your car go faster. So that brings me to one of my last topics here is if you don't have the vision for the car, sometimes you need to let it go. Especially if you're a person that's getting up there in age and you have a lot of cars and you don't have a vision for any of them. The bank's going to take them away someday. But if you don't have a vision for something that's been sitting in your yard for a long time, you have no idea what you're going to do with it, and nothing's coming up in your mind, let it go. Move on to something else to where you might have a vision with it and you might find enjoyment. Not everyone has a vision for a specific car. or are they going to get to it? And that's probably the most important thing, is having an idea of where that vehicle is going to go. Because this takes time, it takes effort, it takes money, and most importantly, it's going to eat away at your personal life. Like, you're going to spend a lot of nights in the garage and it's freezing. I don't even have heat in here. So I spent a lot of cold nights in here, learning along the way a ton. You can't be afraid to learn, but don't be off-put by the amount of dollar signs that are coming in to the automotive space, because that is something that I really have struggled with when I started out, and it really annoyed me that you think that you need all these things. You do not. You really don't. All you need to have fun is a car that runs and drives and you like it. Okay? And it doesn't matter what it is. If you have a Dodge Omni, I don't care. But if it brings you happiness, get it on the road, enjoy it. I don't care if the floors are self-tapered down and you got no roof left. You could have Bondo, 90% of the car Bondo. It doesn't matter. Just enjoy it. So yeah, that's the main point I want to get at here. For any of you looking to get into the automotive space, you can do it. I've done it. I don't know anything, and I've made this car what it is now, which is a running and driving, reliable vehicle that starts right up. Doesn't matter how cold it is, it'll start right up and go right down the road, and it brings me so much joy. And I'm very proud that I was able to do this. This car sat for over 20 years in a barn. So, with that said, thank you for watching. If you stuck around this long, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.